Hey, good Monday morning mojo with Coach Randy Byrd, and I'm excited to be here with you today. Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. Eagles dominated. I was actually very happy to see that. Even though I took the line on the Chiefs with the three-peat, I was happy to see the Eagles do the business there. So my Philadelphia people, bam, bam, bam. Anyway, thought today, auto-suggestion. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm reading the book, The Law of Success, and I just, I love stuff that talks about the mental strength, right? I've been through 3 suicides very close to me, my ex-wife, my brother, and one of my best friends. And through all that time of darkness and stuff, I really focused on the brain, right? And focused on the mind, and what I focus on expands. And if I focused on tough stuff, then it took me to a dark place. And I've really built the tools in my toolbox now to mentally be able to come out of that very quickly when it happens. I still suffer from depression from it and PTSD and some of the other things, but I focus on the things that I can control, and then I really focus my mind in a place that I want it to be in, not where it is in. And I love some of this stuff that comes in here. It's talking about, for instance, the thought is this: voluntarily and by force if necessary, listen to that, voluntarily, but by force if necessary, direct your efforts and your thoughts along a desired line until you have formed the habit that will lay hold to you, and continue voluntarily to direct your efforts along the same line. So what that means is, if you're saying something to your mind, over time it will believe it. It will absolutely believe what you're saying, and it will become your new truth. It will become your belief system. And so the object of writing this out and repeating it in self-confidence formula is to form the habit of making belief in yourself the dominating thought of your mind, until that thought has been thoroughly embedded in your mind, in your subconscious mind, throughout the principle of habit. We can create habit a lot of different ways. We can create habit for drinking. We can create habits for eating. When we get under times of stress and duress and pressure in our life, we go back to our fundamental habit, right? So we fall back on those habits that are human nature of life and liberty, and thought of survival, the fight or flight mechanisms that come up when you get into a stressful situation. You fall back on your training, you fall back on your disciplines. And that's what they teach you in the military, is to fall back in the most stressful time in your life, maybe under fire or in some extreme rescue situation or something. I was in the Coast Guard. You fall back on your training. You fall back into the fundamentals that are disciplines in your mind of habits, right? That's why they make you do things so many times over and over and over. Everything from eating the exact same time, the same way, the whole thing. Right? And so when I read this, I just love this because it brings back those principles that I was taught. But honestly, I fell into those places to where it's easy to go the other direction. Then one leads to the next, right? One breakdown in habit leads to another breakdown in habit. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be things in your life that are not serving you. It could be unconscious things that are leading you into a position of compromising your values. And so when I look at this, we talk about the principle of mastering the habits, right? Principle of the habit will lay hold of faculties in your mind just the same as it will influence your physical muscles in your body, as you can easily prove by mastering and applying this lesson on self-confidence. Any statement that you repeatedly make to yourself, or any desire that you deeply plant into the mind through repeated statement, will eventually seek expression through your physical outward bodily efforts. The principle of habit is the very foundation upon which this lesson of self-confidence is built. So I'm on page 142, and it's really in the self-confidence stages, and it's so incredible how I relate this to real estate principles. Through my coaching for the last 10 years, real estate brokers, lenders, some contractors, we always focus on business plans and what do I want to accomplish, but what are we doing to our mind to aid and abet that? What are we doing to aid our vision of that? Are you taking the time every day to review your plan and have a definitive purpose in life for your plan? Right? This could easily be taught through religion. This could easily be taught through belief and faith. This can easily be taught through success principles. But I want to speak to the real estate agents today. Who you align with is important, but what you talk to yourself about is more important. And if you're talking to yourself about how the market's hard, it will be hard. If you're talking to yourself about how the new buyer agency laws and all these things are struggling, that's the truth for you. If you're looking at the statistics that 50% of all agents, 49 and change, did no transactions last year, one transaction, that becomes your new reality potentially, right? If you stay in that space, you're going to find other people that feel the same way and they're going to agree with you. And then lo and behold, it becomes a truth. I'm challenging you that is not the truth. It is absolutely not the truth. It's your personal truth right now. But I have dozens and dozens and dozens of people who are crushing it right now. They're winning. And the common denominator for me is the belief you have in yourself, the belief you have in the success that's going to come after disciplines and habits are put into place. That's why the first things I work on in the coaching is the calendar. That's disciplines in your business schedule, right? So one of the first places we start. Show me your calendar, I'll show you your business. So if this makes sense to you, I have lots of ways to track with me for free. I do a Tuesday coaching call at 11:30 Pacific time at randybyrd.live. You could track with me there. It's free. You could track with me a lot of different places for free, right? You come into my ecosystem, and then I'll encourage you to find other masterminds and ecosystems that you can continue to plug into. And then we obviously have some coaching services and paid things, but this is not about that. This can be done today, starting now, for free, by just reading, by committing yourself to the discipline of what you're going to accomplish. And here's one of my disciplines that I laid out, and it's a 5-step, right? And this is in the book. This is not me, but I'm going to read this to you as we end up. The self-confidence formula. So you can get your self-confidence back, get your belief systems aligned, make your habits line up with your disciplines, right? So number 1, first, know that you have the ability to achieve the object of your definite purpose. Therefore, I demand myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous action towards its attainment, period, right? That's your statement. Second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in an outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. That's a summary of it, but wow, powerful. Third, summary. I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding myself the personal development of factors in this lesson to get that done, right? Number 4, I've clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life for the coming 5 years. This is a critical step. You cannot skip this step. Probably the most important step of all of them. 4, I've clearly mapped out, written down a description of my definite purpose in life for the coming 5 years. I just did this. Powerful, right? Powerful. And then 5th, I fully realize that no wealth or position can be long endured unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction that does not benefit all whom it affects. Wow, that's a mic drop, right? That's do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. So hopefully this is a valuable message for you today on this Monday Morning Mojo, the day after Super Bowl. It's February 10th, 2025. But I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Get the book, The Law of Success, Deluxe Edition, Napoleon Hill. This was a gift to me. It's so big. It sat on my dresser for a long time. I love Napoleon Hill. I've read Think and Grow Rich 5 times. This book is, man, The Law of Success. Just follow it. All right. Appreciate it. Have a great day. It's Randy Byrd saying bye for now.